Okay, this is TempleOS 5-minute random code walkthrough episode 72, and I'm your host, Terry Davis. Okay, we are in Eagle Dive. This is the flight simulator. The frame grabber grabs 8 frames a second. The screen is being updated 30 frames a second. So you're seeing 8 frames because that's what it's making. It's making the video as it's running, saving to disk. So this is the animate task, which runs in the background, and it has to propel the eagle forward. I don't normally you would do a flight dynamic of an airplane. I didn't really try hard to make flight dynamics of an eagle. Anyway, this is doing screen to world, and it's reversing the transformation for the view direction. It's going in the opposite order, and then once you reverse it, the transformation, screen to world, then that gives you the then you add to the XYZ of the eagle. This is the master XYZ of the location of the eagle. It calls this this does a rotation. We use 4x4 matrices for the projection. That allows for a translation to be included. It's a little trick they you do 4x4. The last coordinate you add in, and that allows for a translation is an offset. So you have a rotation and skewing. We would never skew, and you have an offset. Anyway, so it turns out there's about 3 different places you can add an offset. You can add an offset in the rotation, you can add an offset in the device context, and you can add an offset in the a lot of the graphics routines take XYZ. Anyway, what else do? We check if the eagle has captured a fish. Is that what we're doing here? I don't think that's what we're doing. What are we doing? Yes, we are doing that. We're going through the fish. Oh, if the eagle is underwater, then if the eagle is underwater, we check for a fish. We square the X distance, Y distance, and Z distance, and we compare it to 5 units squared. So we compare a squared distance against a squared distance. Oh, not X, Y, and Z, just X and Y. And we add to the game score. We mute the music and play a tone. VMware doesn't support PC speaker anymore. They used to support it. Now, if the angle is rising or falling, then we increase or decrease the speed. So this is somewhat of a flight dynamic. Anyway, so I studied control systems, and you can get a sophisticated dynamic for Cessnas and stuff like that. I didn't really care that much. Yeah, it's ridiculous. This is just I picked a dynamic that was fun to fly. It's not at all realistic. I looked at some footage from an eagle flying, and it did not look at all like this. This is a lot more fun. Anyway, who wants to fly a Cessna when you can fly like this? Anyway, it is a lot more fun than the Cessna. Anyway, so